President-elect Donald Trump is making headlines again with his recent social media post confirming his plans to fulfill his campaign promise of mass deportation of undocumented immigrants. Here's what you need to know. On November 8th, Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, posted on Truth Social about Trump's plans to declare a national emergency and use military assets to reverse the Biden invasion through a mass deportation program. Trump replied with a simple true early Monday morning, November 18th. Just one day earlier, lawyers on TikToks were offering their hot takes on what Trump's immigration plans could look like.
So this isn't necessarily a continuation of prior policies, but rather a roadmap for stricter enforcement in the future. These are the proposals that we're aware of that are on the table, and they can have a major impact.
The biggest concern is the major deportation plan and the construction of detention camps that seems to be a reality. If you're undocumented, consult with an immigration attorney to find out what options you have and what you can do next.
During his 2024 presidential campaign rallies, Trump vowed to pursue deportation under the Aliens Enemy Act, an 18th century law that allows for the expedited removal of foreign nationals over 14 years old from countries at war with the U.S. His plan was aimed to target gang members and dismantle migrant criminal networks operating within the country. Back in 2020, his first term as president, Trump took action by signing executive orders to freeze the issuance of green cards for new immigrants. He also suspended the issuance of new H-1B, L-1J, and other temporary work visas for skilled workers, managers, and au pairs through the end of that year. The intention behind these moves was to protect over 500,000 American jobs amid the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic, according to a senior administration official who spoke to reporters on the condition of remaining anonymous. Looking towards his second term in office, Trump has already tapped immigration hardliners for key positions, including South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who's set to become Homeland Security Secretary, and former acting ICE Director Tom Homan as the new border czar. Former HUD Secretary Julian Castro has criticized Homan for his cowboy attitude and called for significant pushback against Trump's immigration agenda. In response, Homan reassured the public that U.S. citizens and legal immigrants are safe and clarified that families could be deported together, but only if they've gone through due process and have been ordered to leave by a federal judge. Trump ally and former presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy also weighed in on the ABCs this week, offering his perspective on what the policy could look like.
We're going to go step by step aggressively. Donald Trump's going to stay true to his campaign pledge, but in a way that respects the dignity of the Americans who are already here.
Meanwhile, co-hosts Ana Navarro from The View and Jessica Tarville from The Five expressed concerns about the broader implication of Trump's policies, specifically emphasizing that the public did not vote to deport non-criminal family members. According to data from the American Community Survey, there are approximately 11 million undocumented individuals currently living in the U.S. This raises alarm among many economists and labor specialists about the potential economic impact of policies that would deport so many workers already in the country. While the concern is valid, immigration lawyer Abogada Alexandra Lopez shared that such policies would face clear legal challenges.
Any attempt at using the military to carry out mass removals of individuals will likely be promptly met with opposition in federal court and will face significant legal challenges based on, the constitutional ability to do so.
While Trump's plans for mass deportation have been met with both support and criticism, the potential consequences remain uncertain, with many questioning how they could impact the American economy and daily life. Let us know what you think and how this can impact you in the comments or at what's trending on social media.